Good evening, welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. My name's Chris, this is James, and tonight we're going to review In the Lost Lands.
You can't handle the truth!
A queen sends the powerful and feared sorceress Grey Alice to a ghostly wilderness of the Lost Lands in search of a magical power, where the sorceress and her guide, a drifter, Boyce, must outwit and outfight a man and demon.
So the power was like the ability to shapeshift. Why did she want that power?
I don't know.
No, nor do I. Everything is graphics and CGI. I think she must have filmed every film she's ever done in just standing in a green box. You know how dark and brown it is? I know it's like a dystopian wasteland, but just for the whole movie, the whole colour palette was so dull, I was just like, ugh. Give us one spark of light or a flame or something that was a bit brighter.
If you've watched Game of Thrones, the way it looked was very similar to that. The storyline and the plot were, at best, really, really simple. As soon as the Queen said she wanted the power to shapeshift into a werewolf, Grey Alice was like, okay, then I have to do whatever you ask for no reason. She was like, well, I'm going to need a hunter or a guide. And literally, the moment I saw her walk up to David Bautista, I was like, well, there's your werewolf. Happy to be in the Lost Lands. Big, scary bloke, likes to hunt.
Why was she compelled to help him? Because she's just like, yeah, I have to help everybody.
It wasn't explained.
Despite how powerful she seemed to be, like when she escaped at the beginning in that, like, and the
fire.
flames, like I was like, yeah, okay. So Dave Bautista, I like Dave Bautista a lot, but I really wish, and I don't mean to say this about anybody to like corner them, because like obviously people want to do better and expand and stuff, but I really wish he would just keep doing Jean-Claude Van Damme sequels, because he was really good at those. He's like in the new Kickboxer, he was a great bad guy. He was like exactly who you expected. He did a copy of the one where I forgot the name of it, No Surrender or something, where he's running.
No Retreat, No Surrender.
No, where he's in a football stadium, running around the football stadium. That one was a good one. And then he started branching out to doing all the comedy and stuff, and like with the Guardians of the Galaxy, he's quite good in that. But I just wish he would be the big guy again.
Well, this is the thing. These are the last kind of films where he's a bit, because he's slimmed himself down.
Yeah.
Well, that because he doesn't want to be pigeonholed. I don't want to upset you, Dave Bautista. Actually, I don't mind now because you're quite a bit smaller. But you're not a good enough actor.
No, but he is a good.
But you are an amazing action star.
He could be a great action star, yeah.
Stick to what you're really good at. This just looked like a Resident Evil film, like the old Resident Evil films that hadn't been made.
The first Resident Evil is one of my... It's like a guilty pleasure. I really like it. They do tend to go on a bit after about the 19th one. But this could have just been any one of those films.
Yeah.
Where she has an extra power. And it was just like the same film. It was, however, I would say, better than the one where she was chasing the big monsters. Monster Hunt or something.
Okay,
that didn't... I thought it was better than that, but not as good or the same as Resident Evil.
That's not Milla's or Dave's fault, actually. They carried the film with what they had quite well. And it was really, I thought, quite enjoyable and quite watchable for what it was, up until the last 10 minutes.
What didn't you like about the ending? I got a bit...
Well, she explained why she did everything and how she did it, because she knew that she wouldn't wear the suit, and she knew that if she cut his face off, bearing in mind, like, because basically she tore his skin off, but she did it from his face, which means he'd have a disfigured face for the rest of his life, or he could have done it from anywhere, preferably along the back. But yeah, it was all stupid.
If you like the dystopian future, it's okay, but it's not up there for movies for me.
No.
My favourite character was the snake.
The double-headed snake.
At first when it came out, it was really stupid, and I thought, when that became my favourite part of the film, and he died, and I was like, God damn it, the snake's dead, there's nothing left. That kind of sums it up for me.
If it was on TV, and I was, browsing through, or I went somewhere and it was on, I'd watch it and I wouldn't be like, oh,
yeah, it's a perfect TV movie, but it's not like when you're going to invite your friends around with get popcorn.
No, let's all watch this film together. Yeah. No.
So that's why I'm going 5.5 for this. I could watch it. It wasn't very good.
Just because I like to be different. 5.6. 55 million
yeah, you know what
budget.
I mean? Like it's definitely. And there's so many worse films. Some
Yeah.
people might think we're ranking it a bit high, but like we can always go back to Popeye the Slayer, man.
Can we?
No, we can't.
There?
In the Lost Lands,
Here?
5.5.
There.
Watch it if you have to. If not,
You won't miss anything.
just do something else.
If you've watched a trailer, you've seen the film.